Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to get a little bit vulnerable, to be 100% honest. I got a question from Punter or Punter. Sorry if I say your name wrong. I apologize. He says, "Hey Mark, what would you do your spending earned money on? Do you reinvest it on a business to speed the ball up rolling, or would you recommend to invest it in terms of building higher passive income?" So I got this question on what would you do? How would you reinvest your income? And I'm going to be honest, guys. My greatest failure led to my greatest success. Let me explain what I mean. As I'm building income using Redbubble, using certain print-on-demand sites, like when I did use Merch by Amazon, all these different things that I've been focused on, when I did earn the income, like I said in the last video, I wasn't really focused until I hit that monk mode period. And I've actually was saying this in my videos, let's say like a year ago, when I got into it, when I would do like a video once a month or something about it, and I would say, guys, I'm making like $700, $500, whatever the number was, and I would say, I'm really not that focused on it, but once I get focused, everything will change, right? And I would say that over and over and over again, if you guys remember that. It got to a point where the numbers started to keep decreasing, where I had to focus myself. Now, and when my income started increasing on platforms like Redbubble and all these other passive income kind of print-on-demand kind of worlds, which for me, Redbubble is the main one right now. And Redbubble is, I had my hands full with Redbubble because with Redbubble, having multiple stores is a lot. And that's not what I used to do before. And that's what I'm doing now. And so I would just take the money and save it. Obviously, I have expenses that I have to pay, and my other businesses hopefully do, thank God, cover those expenses. It's a little bit difficult for me to focus on many things at once. And that's why, I'll be honest, my greatest failure led to my greatest success. My greatest failure is not reinvesting the money that I'm earning from the print on demand. I haven't yet. I hope literally maybe in the next 6 months I'll start reinvesting. I just feel like I'm too busy right now to focus on that. And I know I'm losing opportunities. I'm losing money. I'm inflation. I get it. I totally understand. But for me, what I learned from different people in my life, different mentors that I've had through the internet, right? Through the power of their videos, through the power of the knowledge that's online, is before you can scale, you have to build. And they told me that, and this is what I've been learning, is that even my dad taught me this, and he's not even a business guy, but he taught me this, and he said, before you build an empire, you need to build a house. And before you build a city, you need to have a building. And basically, what he's basically saying is, you need to build slowly. And for me, I'm still in the throes, in the ocean of learning how to build to perfection, learning how to build on a very, very high level. And I'm not there yet. Yes, I've gotten around to understanding algorithms and tags and the graphics, and I've learned what it takes to be good on these platforms, but I haven't learned what it takes to be the top 0.001%. And my dream and my goal is to be part of the top 0.001% on Redbubble, that is. I'm one of those guys where when I find a target and I actually focus on it, I want to conquer it, just like a video game. I want to win. And to be 100% honest, guys, if I devoted some time to focusing on investing right now, reinvesting the money I made from Redbubble and things like that, it would take a little bit of focus away from actually focusing on building on Redbubble. And I know reinvesting is where all the wealth is made. I get it. I totally understand. But for me, at this time in my life, it's a failure for me, obviously, not to reinvest, right? There's so many opportunities in 2022 to reinvest. We're talking crypto, we're talking Bitcoin since it's went down, Ethereum since it's went down, but to be 100% honest, I'm not knowledgeable in those areas yet. I haven't diverted enough attention there, and if I take my money and put it somewhere where I really don't know anything about, even stocks even, I'm not focused properly. I'm not, you know what I mean? I need to, for me to be able to do something like this of reinvesting, I need to get good at what I'm currently doing now to the point where anybody can look at my work and say that's great. That's the best of the best. It doesn't get better than that. You know, I call it the Kobe effect. When you see a regular basketball player walk through the room and he's good, everybody can say, yeah, he's good, he's good. But when you see a Kobe walk through, a LeBron walk through, that person's great, and not even a single human being can deny it. I want to get to that point before I start reinvesting, before I start focusing on anything else. And when I say my greatest failure led to my greatest success, which is I feel like I wouldn't have won as I have won in Redbubble as much if it wasn't for my focus in it. And when I say my greatest failure, obviously it's a failure to not reinvest, but it's also a win to, that failure led to the success of me focusing. And I've noticed this about myself, but I get thrown off track very, very, very easily. And for me, if I start even diving into reinvesting, the idea of it right now, I'm going to lose my path because I'm not I'm not all there yet. I'm the type of guy where I need to perfect my craft fully. And you could say, well, why isn't your craft already perfected? Well, every day that I'm working on Redbubble, I'm creating my 60 designs per day. I'm doing my research. I'm doing my tags. I'm doing my titling. I'm working on promoting from the outside my different products and things like that. I'm learning more and more about Redbubble each and every day. Each and every day, I'm discovering new things. I'm understanding new concepts. I'm going into it a little bit deeper. But if my mind is on investing and it's not fully on creating on Redbubble, then what's going to happen is that as I'm creating my designs, I'm going to start doing a sloppy job on them. I'm going to start focusing less on them. I'm going to start, creating designs that just don't measure up. I'm going to start wasting time where when I create those designs, I'm not as fast and I'm not as focused. I'm not as sharp, right? When I'm sitting down and creating those designs and I'm doing the, I call it power hour, where I sit down and I focus and I power through all the designs. I'm not rushing, obviously. I just focus on, the quality of it, the graphics of it, how beautiful the design is, because I want people to pay attention to it when I actually do post it. I can't do all that if my head is focused on, let's say, investing. You know what it honestly is like, guys, is that you can't go and work on business every day if you're depressed, if you have anxiety, if you're dealing with other mental issues. And our society obviously kind of puts down mental issues like there's something wrong with people. And no, that's a part of life. Like, having a mental issue is a part of life. But you can't, what I'm trying to say is you can't work to your best ability. You can't go to your office. You can't go to your job and work flawlessly with a smile on your face if you're dealing with those issues inside of you. And for me, I can't fully focus on one project if I'm thinking about another. You know what I'm trying to say? And for me, guys, single-mindedness of purpose. I've said this before, but if you're single-minded on a certain aspect of life, right? Like, for example, if you're single-minded on just one thing, this is why I say I focus on one Redbubble store at a time. And that one Redbubble store, I go all in on. I push through. I'm breaking through barriers. I'm getting breakthroughs. I'm breaking through walls. I'm getting sales. I'm working hard. I'm pushing as hard as I humanly can because I'm not focused on anything else. And that's my approach. Now, is there a day where I will start, investing and the money that I invest, that I make from my Redbubble, I turn into passive income because I've already worked for that money? Hopefully there is a day. And hopefully that day comes soon. But for me, in right now, in this period of time in my life, I don't think I can, because obviously I'm not there on that level yet. And this is just me being honest with you guys. My greatest failure have led to my greatest success. And I don't know who this video is going to help. I don't know, maybe somebody's watching this and they're thinking about investing, and they're thinking about making, money through crypto, maybe through stocks, maybe through, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is for whoever it is. But for me, I'll be 100% honest, I haven't been doing that. And yes, it's a failure. And yes, I know people are going to look at me and say, wow, what a terrible person because he's not investing. He's wasting opportunity and this and that. But to be honest, guys, I really don't know what to say. I don't invest currently because I'm not, especially my passive income, I'm not in that game yet. I'm not at that level yet. And for me, I'm just focused on paying my bills, paying everything that costs me money, building the businesses. And I'll be honest, I don't have like a Schwab or a 401k or a whatever these retirement account. I don't have any of that right now. And I know that sounds bad, but I'm just focused on building right now. I'm not focused on reinvesting. And I think maybe if I had any advice to anybody, I would say if you really want to get good at a certain task or get good at a certain platform or something like that, maybe then focus on that platform first before you focus on reinvesting. But listen, my advice might be wrong. Like, I really don't know what to say. I mean, for me, I haven't done the investing yet. I just haven't done it. And I get it. There's inflation. I get the value of the dollar is going down. I get all that. But I don't know. I just haven't started it yet. Now, should I start? The answer is I should. But once again, I'm trying to get good at what I'm currently doing. And when I say good, I want to be great. I don't really want to be good, because my standard for good means the best of the best. And the better I get, the harder I work on certain things without focusing on other things, I'm going to be able to succeed more. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are able to focus on many things at one time. I'm just simply not at that level yet. I just can't. I'm not that smart. My IQ is not that high. I can't focus on multiple things at once. I lose my way and I end up failing in everything. For me, like, just focusing on one thing at a time is my best opportunity, my best thing that gives me the best chance to actually win in life. And I've seen that with everything. Like, when I'm taking a test, I try to focus only on that one question. Only on that one question until I get it done and move on to the next one. And man, those tests were nightmares because I hated going to school. I hated, learning and doing all that. But that was kind of one of the biggest things I always used to say when I was younger is, man, if I only had one subject I had to worry about, I would have been good at it. But since I have so many classes, it's hard. My point is that I get in life now to choose how many classes I get to take. I get to focus on how many, pieces of homework I work on every day. And for me, right now, I'm trying to get 1% better every single day, as I tell you guys, 1% better, where I focus on the task at hand. And for me right now in my life, at this point in my life, for this, it might change a week from now, it might change a month from now, it might change a year from now, but for me, I'm going to stick to focusing on building. That's my main focus is becoming the best of the best when it comes down to Redbubble, when it comes down to merch, and I'll focus on reinvesting a little bit later. And yes, I'm sorry, I don't have an answer on how I reinvest, because I don't. And I know I'm not perfect. I'm sorry about that. But, that's all I got to say. All right. Hopefully this video happened to help somebody. I don't know if it will. But, I'm just being honest with you guys about my situation when it comes down to reinvesting the passive income I earn on Redbubble and all these different platforms. All right. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye.